Yeah, it's been really fucking with my schedule. It's actually so insane, conceptually at least, that one person from halfway across the world ate a batsuit and this whole fuckery just unfolded itself. Like, that's insane to me. How one person can impact the health of an entire civilization. But not only that, putting people out of jobs and sweeping out small businesses, stunting the growth of our economy, which is mad. We weren't really mandated to be indoors until about yesterday. The Prime Minister of Tokyo declared a state of emergency, which means that they encourage us to be indoors as much as possible, but lockdowns won't be as severe as to that of, let's say, New York or LA. I kind of understand exactly how you guys be feeling. Bro, I cannot go past a day without socializing, and it's been tough. Definitely been tough. Stay home, wash your hands, be productive, and spend your time wisely. I haven't really done this in a while. I'll be answering some of your guys' questions that I've collected over the past, let's say, 2 to 3 months. So let's get on with it. The first question is, how do you curate a wardrobe for someone that's just starting off? Bro, I've been a pretty avid consumer for the past 6 to 7 years, maybe even 8. And within that time frame, I spent so much money on clothes. It's insane how many of the clothes that I've actually bought, I've actually never worn. And it just goes to waste. This piece right here, total impulse purchase. I look like fucking Squirtle in this. I don't even know why I bought this. And it's like $1,500. Capital Africa jeans. Definitely a dumbass purchase as well. I don't know why I bought them. It looks so stupid. What the hell is I smoking? Stupid ass Capital skeleton t-shirt. Capital, again. Never wore it. Still has tags on. Needles track pants. Never liked Needles. Never liked track pants. ASAP Rocky, which is why I bought him. Yeah. Another Capital piece. The paisley half sweater with the quilted back. I don't even know why I bought these. This one's actually not that bad because it's not too loud and it's not too out there. I do wear these time to time. Like, I legit forgot why and how it happened where I purchased these items. So how do you start off a smart wardrobe? I guess my biggest tip is realizing your own personal style early on in the stage, as well as knowing exactly what kind of shapes, cuts, and silhouettes fit within your proportions. And a great way to start off to that is actually investing in Uniqlo. Uniqlo is the perfect gateway to discovering new silhouettes and designs at a cheaper price point. Their basic white tees are like, I think $3 or something, which is like super cheap. Point is, after you discover and experiment with a variety of different styles, different designs and shapes, then you can get into researching into more mid-tier to top-tier brands and starting to consider different factors such as seeing if you can resonate with the ethos, the creative processes, and the whole narrative behind the brand. And then if you can relate to it, then you can do more research into what kind of designs they offer, what kind of silhouettes they offer, and seeing if they can actually be a sustainable piece of clothing within your wardrobe. And it's difficult at first. Obviously, you're gonna make some regretful purchases. But I feel like these mistakes are very necessary to curate what is called a good wardrobe, because once you make all these mistakes, then you would do your best to avoid spending stupid amount of cash into clothing that you might regret. And that's the stage I'm at now. Once you've consumed enough, you're gonna start wanting to create. And once you create, then you know exactly what fits within your spectrum. Vuja Day, for example, I created it because I got so bored of consuming so many different clothes and so many different brands. And now I have full control of what I can make and what I can wear, and be happy and proud of the progress that I make in this process. So I hope that a lot of you guys go through this phase as well, where you guys end up creating for yourselves, because As much as it is enjoyable to have drip and whatnot, you're gonna get sick of it. You're gonna get bored of it, and you're gonna start wanting to create for yourself, and then sharing those creations with the people around you, people that you care about, people that actually resonate with you. I'm glad that I'm in the position I'm at now, because if it weren't for you guys, none of this would have existed. So thank you, really appreciate it. What is my opinion on women, dating, and long distance relationships? Good question. I had a very interesting conversation about this with my friend the other day. And I don't know if it's a personal pet peeve of mine, but I'm not attracted to people that are obsessive over Instagram and their physical attributes too much. Like, I like girls that have like talent and overall, honestly, smarter than me. And I told him, yo, honestly, I'd be content with dating a chick that has less than 200 followers and posts pictures about her family, her dogs, her achievements, her travel experiences, her food experiences, her passions and hobbies, as opposed to, let's say, like a girl that over 100K followers, posts pictures of her selfies and face tuning that bitch up, posting pictures of their ass and their bodies and materialistic content. That won't last a while. That's a big red flag. Yeah, sure, the sex might be great, but sex is something that's acquired and learned. It's not the end-all be-all of a relationship. I'm sure a lot of people fucking made mistakes, like nutting within 10 seconds, which actually happened to me before, so guilty as charged. Take me away. Now, in terms of long-distance relationships, I actually appreciate the concept of being far away from each other, because that way you actually get to miss the other person. You actually try to savor every moment together. The bedtime activities is an extra. You know, obviously it's gonna escalate it to a different dimension if you catch my drift. The point is, a long distance relationships allows you to focus on your job, focus on your passions, your hobbies, focus on spending time with your friends and your loved ones. And when the time comes where you guys come together and maybe travel or stay together at someone's house and maybe being quarantined together. The point is, long distance relationships, underrated, definitely give it a try. It's good for you. It's getting cold. I'll wear a hoodie. If there is like one piece of clothing that I actually never regret buying, it's probably a hoodie. And that's because I get to be cozy 24/7. And even at times like this where I get to stay inside and do nothing, I'm comfortable. Am I hiring for Vuja Day? And if so, what are the requirements? I am hiring, actually. Interesting story, because we actually just hired a female model for our brand. And bro, I was like, okay, so I've been looking for a female model for legit the longest time ever. We went to a shisha bar the other day, and this all happened by happy accident. When we sat down in the shisha bar, and I was just minding my own business, scrolling through my phone and doing some like emails and shit like that, one of my friends kicked me in my shin and told me to look up. I looked up. NANI? And here comes this like fucking beautiful, gorgeous, local Japanese girl. She was wearing this like super boxy and oversized vintage automobile t-shirt or whatever, a pair of Wrangler high-waisted straight cut like cream painted jeans or pants, beat up pair of Red Wing boots. She had less than like 100 followers. She was like super low-key on Instagram, and she didn't care about her physical attributes. She just cared about the vibes, just the positive energy that she kind of gave off in the room was just fucking insane. She got like this golden tan with beach hair and no makeup, very natural looking. Actually very difficult to find someone like that can dress in that particular way. So I asked her, yo, are you from Tokyo? Where are you from? Basically answered, no, I'm from around here. I'm a local. I've lived in Tokyo all my life. I've never been to Hawaii, never been to fucking Okinawa, never been to the US at all. I don't even speak a lick of English. I can speak conversationally, but my Japanese isn't fluent like that, so I had to ask my friend for a favor. Yo, like, I just met this beautiful girl at a shisha bar. You need to come and help me because I need someone that can actually speak proper Japanese and help me fucking scout her. My friend comes over and we're like debating how we can infiltrate the situation and see how we can maneuver all these tactics to kind of just get in and scout her, right? So it was especially hard because she actually worked at the shisha bar. We were gonna be breaking the code of conduct in a workplace where we would be asking for a contact and we would be asking for a number, we would be asking for an Instagram, whatever. So we have to be very careful with the scenario because one sly move and we'll be kicked out. So my friend came up with this idea. Let's just tell her that I'm a photographer for your brand and I'll ask her for you. He basically went up to her with me and I was just standing there like looking like a dumbass. She was like, yeah, I'm totally down to model for you and just let me know your schedule and I can work around that. And then I asked her, you under an agency? Like, where do you get your personal style from? Honestly, no, I have no interest in fashion. I'm not into fashion like that. Like I just like to wear the clothes that I wear. And I was like, where do you get your personal style then? And she basically said, it comes a lot from my passion and my hobbies. Bike and motorbike on my free time. I hike on my free time. I try to sketch and paint as much as I can during the weekends. And I was like, holy fuck, I feel you, bro. I can resonate. So thank God that happened. Even in the case of Mario, like I bumped into him randomly in the streets of Harajuku, maybe like 2 years ago. And I was like, yo, this guy's no homo, hot as fuck. Like, this guy can actually blow and be a model, like a big model if he wants to. If I can grow this brand into something bigger and offer him the platform where he can reach out to other agencies, reach out to other brands where he can actually start his career as a proper professional model, I'd be happy. I'd be even happier than him to see that he's done something with it. So yes, I am hiring. It really depends on the line of work you're in, what kind of creative field you might be interested in. It doesn't matter how big or small you are. I actually prefer to hire people that are just starting off so that we can all see the progress and the growth together collectively as a team, as a productive team. So please do not hesitate to contact me. If you are one of these people, DM me, email me, comment down below, whatever it is, I'll check it out, send me your work, and then we'll go from there. Next question, actually I want to show you some samples. So this is a t-shirt that I designed around December of 2019, and it's basically a list of things, I guess, that will guarantee one's happiness. I don't know why I came up with this, but it took me a while for me to actually come up with the idea of turning it into a shape of the planet. And basically, I don't know, I just liked it. It reminds me of a very basic vintage band t-shirt with like a list of songs, but instead of a list of songs, it's a list of things that will make you happy. And obviously, calling your mom is definitely number one, protecting your loved ones is number two, and washing your damn hands with a tight collar and the reversed shoulder seams, the Vujade logo with the arrow going around it to kind of resemble an orbit. The list is guaranteed to change because I've already changed it twice and I don't mind it. And I don't know, this is what I love about Instagram and YouTube. I get to show off these kind of things and I get to hear a lot of your guys' feedbacks and constructive criticisms and what I can add and remove to the list to make it a little bit more appealing and more relevant to the times that we are at now. So don't be surprised if this list changes as a final product because yeah, I'm gonna be adding and removing some things from here, but feels so good. Also have like a pair of flared simple trousers. I never really thought about putting into mass production. Realized that it really fit great on my body. I was like, yo, can we start making more of these? Unfortunately, the factory completely shut down. They ran out of this specific fabric. It took me months to actually source this one, so unfortunate. Different take on the waist adjusters and a leather lining on the pockets, and then hopefully I can find fabric similar to this. I actually wear this a lot because it's just a plain and simple basic everyday pair of trousers. This is another pair of moleskin double knee flare pants, and I don't know, I just like the color. I just like the worn-in look, and moleskin is soft as fuck. It's almost like a suede-like feeling. Beige waist adjusters, signature look, the pockets, matte rivets on the panels and all around. I don't know, maybe I'll archive it. Maybe I'll see how you guys respond to it, and then if I decide to make more of it, I'll make more of it. So these are actually another pair of samples that I made, and according to the manufacturers, the denim that they use is the same exact denim that they use for like Visvim and Capital and Japan Blue jeans and stuff like that. They have this town where they just put all their focus and energy into crafting the perfect pair of Japanese denim. Very proud of this one. With the same detail in the front and the back. This is a test sample, so I'll see how it ages, see how it wears and tears. This is another hat that I made with a different silhouette. It's made from a vintage canvas material, which I know from the first one is more of like a sheen to it, but this one is definitely have more suede-like feeling and broken in canvas texture to it. Really soft and light. Also made the straps thicker, more rugged and more solid and longer for people that have smaller heads. Pause, Vachetta leather tan. I don't know, I thought it was a good change from this hoodie. Actually took a really long time to make because we had to go through the whole process of pigment dyeing it. So a specific pigment that makes it look like a certain type of color in different shades of light. Doors, it might look more greener than usual, but in the outdoors, it might look closer to the color of seafoam. Fuck, this is so tiring. Filming this is so hard, man. I don't know how you guys do it. Holy fuck. Password to the website. Unfortunately, I can't give that out yet because we're still working on our web design. We're completely redesigning the website and making sure that it looks polished up for the new drop. The timing couldn't be worse right now with the COVID-19, so until everything blows over a bit, it won't be available to anyone. So once it's ready, I'll be announcing that as soon as possible. Did Drake take your Raft bomber from 2C Slide? Yes. Yes, he did.
Ain't even gotta ask. What are those? What is that? Please don't touch my rap. Please don't touch my rap.
What are your thoughts on Raft going to Prada? Very mixed feelings about this. Prada has been very consistent. Their designs haven't changed and it's very true to themselves. Pros and cons to it. You know, I still like Prada as it is now, but if Raft comes into play, then I wouldn't mind it. I don't know. Probably definitely buy something, so I don't know. How do you spend your time on quarantine and self-isolation? Depends. Some days I'm lazy, some days I'm actually productive. Usually I'll be working on this, on the brand, do emails and have Zoom conferences. I'll be watching a lot of shows lately, a lot of podcasts too. If you're into Joe Rogan, check it out because his shit is fire. If you remember the time when Elon Musk smoked weed on his podcast?
There's tobacco and marijuana in there. That's all it is. Your inhibitions are relaxed and shows your true self, and hopefully you're more joyous and friendly and happy and
structural, mechanical, electrical, software. Electrical, mechanical, structural, software. Structural, mechanical, electrical, software.
There's one motherfucker, Elon Musk.
That's Joe Rogan. For like movie or TV show recommendations, I can't help with much, but from top of my head, I've been really into Westworld because their new season came out. It's one of those shows that you actually need to focus. I had this one time where I tried to watch Westworld high. We just skimmed through the entire season, not knowing what the fuck happened, and just knocked out. That's like 8 hours of runtime. So we rewatched the entire season the next day, took Adderall for it. You somewhat get the gist of what's going on. Another show that I recommend is Ozarks. I don't know if you guys have heard of that, but it's reminiscent of Breaking Bad. Probably my favorite show on Netflix. Low key, it's pretty fucking good. And it's been consistently my top 5 shows in the past 2 years. Another show is Tiger King. The Carol Baskin, kill her husband and feed him to the tigers. I don't know. but I'm very convinced that she did. Another show is The Kingdom. It's a Korean TV show. It has to do with zombies in the old ages, and you guys have the stomach for it. Definitely watchable. A little freaky, but watchable. Another show is Money Heist. Servant is another good show. In terms of movies, I recommend a lot of Korean movies because ever since Parasite, Korean movies have been popping off. Chaser is good. Old Boy, Snowpiercer, Bittersweet Life, New World, I Saw the Devil, The Handmaiden is crazy. That one's insane. It's about a con man in a con family trying to con a rich Japanese family. It's interesting. How do you start a YouTube channel? Starting a YouTube channel is not easy. Like, I have a lot of respect for people actually consistently putting out YouTube videos, and I don't have the capacity to do that. Like, it's insane how much time and effort you have to put into a YouTube video because you have to think of different topics to talk about. You have to be outside and be comfortable in your own skin and be comfortable in front of the camera, which I'm not used to yet. But it is doable. Anyone can do it if you have the right mentality towards it. Honestly, my biggest tip is telling yourself that you have to do it because YouTube is probably the most powerful marketing tool there is. And once you have built the audience for it, you can then start other projects that you might be interested in. And for me, fortunately, it's been Vuja Day, and thankfully, like, without the help of YouTube, I wouldn't be anywhere near where I'm at now. It gave me the platform where I can freely work to my own liking. And although you might think, oh, there's a negative stigma for YouTube, I don't like being called a YouTuber, but that's situational. I'm very careful with what I put out on YouTube because I don't take any sponsorships. I've been offered many times by a lot of like different companies to feature them on my channel, but I've turned them down because once I do that, I'm selling myself to YouTube and selling myself to these companies that I don't even support. You have to look at it this way. You have to see how you can utilize YouTube as a tool as opposed to having YouTube as part of your career. YouTube more so is not a career for me. I don't really care about how many videos that I should make. I don't care about the money that comes in from YouTube. But if it's something that you guys actually want to leap in as part of your career, then that's also great. Just know that it's situational. There's a difference between being a YouTuber and a content creator. YouTuber is someone that actually takes YouTube as part of their full career, or professional career, you know, taking sponsorships, doing endorsements, featuring different brands, putting out consistent content on a weekly or daily basis even. As opposed to a content creator, you try to make it look less commercialized, you make it look more casual, more organic, more relatable to the creator and the masses itself. And that's the route I took it. What kind of music do you listen to, and do you have a playlist? I'm gonna shift over into my room because it's kind of cold. Grab something simple. Got some Le Labo. I think it's called Santal. Yeah, Santal 26. Got my name engraved on it. Get this knife and cut it open. One thing to know about candles, actually. Candles are very delicate because if you don't burn the correct way, it's gonna tunnel. And if it tunnels, you're wasting like 30% of the candles, I believe. Candles have this like burn memory. So if you burn it the wrong way, it's gonna keep burning the wrong way throughout. And obviously there are ways to fix that by like putting aluminum foil around it and then making sure that everything burns evenly. But you don't want to do that, right? You just want to like get it right the first time. So I'm gonna keep the vibes going. Now we got that going. Also got myself some cheap ass wine because you know what? Fuck it. Chocolate. Really getting tired. I recently created a playlist called Bar Soap on Spotify. I don't know, I just check it out, I guess. Link in the description down below. It's called Bar Soap because I thought of, you know, bars, like lyrically bars, and soap. It's like washing your mouth with bar soap. Yeah, I don't know. It starts out very like funky and groovy and very slow, and then it transitions into jazzy hip hop, and then the heavy hitters. Let me play a few right now. Stuff like this. And then it'll like go into like more like instrumental without lyrics. This is like intermission. And then it will be like Black Star, Thieves in the Night. And then it will go into more like fuckboy music, like this. And then tropical and UK type beat. And then we slow it down to like J Electronica, The Weeknd, something more, I guess, vibey. I got numbers on my phone. And then we phase into more instrumental, like psychedelic type of beat. King Cruel is like a good example. It's like shit like this. And then obviously end in Frank Ocean, because fucking Frank Ocean, right? Don't know what the fuck he's saying, but it's dope as shit. Then Party Next Door. That's pretty much it. So if you guys want to check the playlist out, link in the description down below. I created literally like less than 2 weeks ago, so still relatively new. I'll keep adding more songs, and then I'll make a different playlist with different vibe and energy to it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys want to see next. I'm not going to try to vlog outside yet because of the circumstances that we're in. But I'll see you guys soon. No sequin. Buckles on the jacket, it's elite shit. Nike crossbody got a